What's up, guys? I'm going to tell you guys the full lore of the best game in the world, Gorilla Tag. So before we start, I'd like to give massive credits to Jack's Fight on the Gorilla Tag Reddit for figuring all of this out. So let's get into the lore. So before we start, we're gonna need to learn some things. So BI means before infection, and AI, I know, kind of funny, AI, is after infection. So this is 4,500,000 BI to 212.001 BI. When Earth is formed, two gods form with it to rule over the planet: Mother Nature, the god of life and nature, and the Illuminati, the god of chaos and ice. Mother Nature usually takes the form of 3,000-foot tall tree called the Tree of Life, while the Illuminati takes the form of an ice pyramid with an ice eye in the center. Mother Nature creates life to populate Earth, while the Illuminati constantly tries to kill it. Chapter 1. The Rise and Fall of Humanity. So here we go into Chapter 1. Also, by the way, what's behind me is what I'm pretty sure is the Tree of Life. I'm pretty sure this is the Tree of Life. If it is in the actual Gorilla Tag map, I don't know, but I'm guessing. But here we go into the Rise and Fall of Humanity. 212 to 200.001 BI before infection. Humans, the most powerful species on Earth. Okay, I guess this isn't the Tree of Life. And taking Mother Nature out of context, this leaves the Illuminati to slowly creep into the modern society. Some humans form a cult around it, and they are the most powerful people on Earth. That means the Illuminati can tell them to do something, and they can affect the most powerful nations on the planet. Eventually, the Illuminati tricks the humans into fighting each other. That's bad. The biggest nations on the world began to go to war. Some of the biggest possible nukes, they destroy the Earth, causing it to go into a nuclear ice age. The Illuminati and the Ice God now has full control over Earth. Anytime life appears, it almost instantly dies. However, some humans were able to survive, and eventually, the Ice Age comes to an end. And no god is in control of Earth. Here we go into Chapter 2, Monkey/Me. A monkey. And this started in 200,000 BI before infection and went to 1.001. I don't know how to say the numbers. They look weird. But after hundreds of thousands of years of evolution, humans have evolved into a new species called monkey. Monkeys are gorilla-like apes that can survive the harshest of conditions. Their diet consists of grass and bugs. Some bugs and patches of grass have survived over the past few million years. Mother Nature has started to take back control of the world as she creates the Tree of Life and a whole forest around it in a crater from a nuke. Many monkeys travel to this crater and end up being trapped as the forest is on a lower level than the rest of the crater. And that's where we are, in forest, I am pretty sure. So let's move on to the next chapter. Chapter 3, Rise of the Monkeys. This goes on to 1,000 BI to 601 BI. This doesn't make sense, but all other monkeys go extinct, meaning that the only remaining monkeys are in this crater. One day, the monkeys decide to finally make the jump, as they all jump down into the forest. Most of them die, but the few that survived are left without legs. About 100 monkeys are alive, and they quickly learn to use their arms like legs. Unfortunately, just like their human ancestors, the first thing they do is cut down the Tree of Life. So I guess that tree I was not sitting behind the Tree of Life, actually, I thought it got... And use its wood. This leaves Mother Nature powerless again. The wood from the tree of life will last them for thousands of years. They build bridges, tree houses, ramps, a gazebo. So yeah, they're building the forest. And I'm pretty sure the tree of life is Stump, actually. In the forest, all of the children of the surviving monkeys also don't have legs, making it now a fundamental part of their species. That means my theory why they don't have legs theory is kind of correct if this is true. So I wasn't correct about their legs being burned off by the lava. They just broke when they jumped out the tutorial. But that I was still correct that the monkey babies just didn't have legs. So that makes me happy. But now it's a part of their species. So that's pretty cool. They hollow out the inside of the tree of life. Life's stump. So yeah, the tree of life is still here. It's right there. I'm pointing at it. And start to build tunnels out of it. These tunnels reach out to all over the crater. One tunnel leads to a small set of canyons covered in sand. Another tunnel leads to a massive flat rocky landscape. In the other side of the crater, the final tunnel goes straight down into the ground until it hits a large cave filled with crystals. I wonder what that is. They build mines underneath the cave and harvest the large crystals. These crystals are radioactive because of the ancient nukes. Monkeys harvest the crystals and start to use them in technology. They create lamps, light posts, light signs, and even their greatest accomplishment, a computer! Yippee! Chapter 4, The City. 600 before infection to 30 before infection. I don't know. None of this timeline makes sense in my opinion, but oh well, I don't care. The large, flat, rocky landscape they discovered has a lot of useful resources in it. Over the next few hundred years, they built an entire city with large skyscrapers and new technology that is widespread. There are thousands of monkeys now living in the city. The forests and canyons have become vacation places for most monkeys. In the homes of the most rich or important monkeys, the monkeys decide to have a leader. So a rich family decides to step up and become the royals of the monkey. Their king is named Yorick, and their queen is named Lucy. Lucy Wardrop, guys. She was the queen. Lucy Wardrop, guys. They both live in a basement-like area right next to the main entrance in the city. Queen Lucy also turns the canyon into an industrial area and improves the quality of life for the main populace. I don't know that. I think that's a population. I'm pretty sure. King York and Queen Lucy have a son named Blue. By the time Prince Blue was 13, he already started his dream job of being a scientist. Chapter 5, The Hunt War. And no, it's not war. W-A-R, not L-O-R-E. I don't even know how they sound similar, but this is 29 BI to 21 before infection. A tunnel is dug in city. And they dig all the way till the edge of the crater. The walls of the crater look like large mountains from down below, and they are extremely cold. They accidentally cause an avalanche, and the base of the walls are filled with white snow and ice. From this avalanche comes the god of chaos and ice, Illuminati. The Illuminati causes many snowstorms and causes a sort of ice age again. Queen Lucy tries to keep everyone calm and civil. However, the Illuminati is able to influence the monkeys' minds and cause chaos and destruction to happen all throughout monkey society. After years of pure chaos, the monkeys are able to split into two factions. The monkeys and the Smiles. They also are helped by newly discovered species that came with the Ice Age. These species are penguins, polar bears, snow owls, and many other species that live in the cold. These species were the only survivors of the ancient human war that nearly killed Earth over the past few 100,000 years. They have all migrated across the world and have worked together, even if they were from different poles of the Earth. The royal scientist Prince Blue has created many new technologies. Before, during the war, he creates a hunt watch. A hunt watch is a watch that targets the nearest enemy to you. Once you touch that enemy with the watch on, they turn into an ice monkey and can easily be shattered to bits over time. The technology allowed them to win the war and bring somewhat order back, how the world used to be. Chapter 6, the Ice Monkeys. 20 before infection to 1 before infection. Many ice monkeys were not killed in the war. Usually they were just turned into ice monkeys, but were able to get away before being shattered. The ice monkeys are still just regular monkeys, except they are made of ice, can't go near heat, and are fragile. Even though the war was over, the ice monkeys were still threatened horribly. In this already hard time period, the ice monkeys had absolutely nothing besides snowballs. The veterans, many veterans of the war still had their hunt watches, causing many more ice monkeys to be born. Meanwhile, the Illuminati built snow castles for itself in the forest. This means that the mountain base was safe to enter now. To lighten the spirits of this dark time, they built a large water slide in this new area. Many murders and crimes still happen throughout the city, but one day it gets out of hand. King Yorlik is assassinated. His head was in the middle of the city. The now lonely Queen Lucy keeps his skull in her home. What? Hey, no. I gotta say this. So, is Lucy? I guess we'll figure this out more in the war, but still, like, why did Lucy keep the skull? It's one of the skulls you tap on in the Halloween update. That guy's skull? Like, that's crazy. What the hell? Chapter 7. 0 after infection to 3 after infection. Ever since the bombs dropped, hundreds of thousands of years ago, a volcano has slowly been forming in the crater. Now the volcano has fully formed and is erupting. All the snow and ice are melted. The Illuminati is gone, and the mines are caved in. The base of the walls has snow, but a lot of it melts and reshapes its surface. In the lava was an extremophile virus that can survive the lava's heat. It is radioactive and spreads very quickly. This virus is called the infection, and many monkeys get it. The infected monkeys get resistant to lava, and they get stronger and stronger. They get faster. Their skin is replaced with lava, and they have an uncontrollable instinct to hunt down normal monkeys and infect them. The infect spreads everywhere, but the city is able to be kept safe, and nobody can enter or leave the city. After a few years, the volcano stops erupting. Chapter 8. Calming down. 4 after infection to 6 after infection. Prince Brew finds a cure for the infection. Some monkeys are given jobs to specifically leave the city and cure a ton of infected monkeys. They start doing this and it actually works. The cure is called Kai juice. Anytime someone enters the city, they are given Kai juice just in case it is no longer dangerous to leave the city. And if you get infected, you can immediately drink some Kai juice and go back to normal. And I'm guessing everyone drinks Kai juice at the end of a round in Gorilla Tag, I'm guessing. The caves or mines are drained up and dug up. The old caves and mines completely caved in and revealed even more caves underneath. They start mining again and find loads of dinosaur bones along with a 40 feet crystal. Prince Blue has a son named Pink, but unfortunately, during such great time, Queen Lucy dies of old age. Blue becomes the king, and Pink becomes the princess. Pink, there is a massive funeral for Queen Lucy that spans from the city all the way to the forest. Chapter 9, Exploration. Also, by the way, before infection / BI is dead. It's dead, I'm pretty sure. So, Chapter 9. 7 after infection to 17 after infection. A large tunnel is found on the forest walls. They follow it and it leads out of the crater. Just on the other side of the crater is a beach covered in its ancient, broken human buildings. King Blue sees this and is the first to figure out there was a complete civilization for them. A few years later, they made boats to sail out into the ocean and have built shops to supply the ships on shore. The ocean and beach are also home to many new animals. Meanwhile, Blue discovered that if an infected monkey stays infected for multiple years, they harden and become rock. When they are hardened, they can't infect anything, but they can be cured either. They also get stronger and even faster, and their rock skin is almost impenetrable. Chapter 10, Chapter 10, The Tree of Life. And this lasts to 18 after infection to 47 after infection. King Blue has been studying everything he can since he became king, and he has noticed that it is possible to revive the Tree of Life. For hundreds of years, the Tree of Life's stump has been sitting in the forest, so King Blue is going to be the first one to do anything about it. Over the next decade, they neutralize the stump and help it consistently until the Tree of Life has fully grown back. The only problem is that the Tree of Life is almost a mile tall, and they can't climb up it. King Blue and his engineering team spend the next few years building a rocket. When they are finished, they put it in the middle of the city and launch it. On the rocket is a team of explorers and engineers. Work on top of the Tree of Life. When on top, they build a large platform along with a massive rock wheels and other things powered by wind. When they come back down months later, they tell everyone what they built. The rocks become the main form of transportation in between the city and the Tree of Life's top. The public uses the rocket to get up there because now people live on top of the Tree of Life in a place called Cloud Town. So, I'm guessing that's, let me flip the camera. So that's the Tree of Life. It's been confirmed. Clouds has been created, and that's the Tree of Life. Chapter 11, calm before the storm. 48 after infection to 54 after infection. King Blue and his team start to develop a new rocket after realizing how well they built the first rocket. The second rocket they build is not in the city, in much larger. They built this rocket for years before eventually it's done. It launched, flew out of the atmosphere, and took a 3-day journey through space until they landed on the moon. The Illuminati has created a being named Humbug. Humbug appears as a 30 foot tall snowman. Humbug also has the abilities to change size and change the size of other things. Transform other things. He takes the form of an old monkey named Santa Claus. In the form of Santa, he would give out presents to everyone and create ridiculously large birthday cakes for everyone. Everyone loved him and had no idea of his true form. He would use his powers every now and then to shrink people down and kidnap them. Over time, he would slowly transform them into children's toys that he would give out to people. However, the Santa form broke down over time, his red clothes and white beard becoming gray. But the public still loved and cherished him. Chapter 12. Humbug. This lasts to 55 AI to 62 AI. Humbug reveals his true form and takes over the city. He shrinks down King Blue and Princess Pink. He then manipulates and transforms them into monsters called the Monk Eyes. He traps them in a miniature maze and throws monkeys in there to be killed by their previous leaders. Everything is covered in snow once again by the Illuminati, but he still is not fully in control. Humbug takes over everything the monkeys have made before climbing his way up the Tree of Life. Humbug makes it up there and destroys Cloud Town. In an attempt to take control over the Tree of Life, this does not work. Over a few years, the monkeys have been able to create something called a Tesla coil. The Tesla coil is a machine that can take away Humbug's powers and use it against him. Humbug's powers are stripped away and the monkeys take back control. Humbug is shrunken down and trapped in a miniature maze. The monkeys also start to use his powers to make themselves super big. However, with King Blue and Princess Pink turn into monsters, Humbug overthrown the monkeys. The monkeys have no leader anymore. Chapter 13. The Giants' War. This goes on to 63 AI to 75 AI. The monkeys have been living peacefully for a few years, but eventually the different sizes start to look down on each other. This leads into the Giants' War, where the different size monkeys fight for 9 years. Eventually, the monkey population dwindles so much that the war ended. The monkeys that did not change their size did not interact with the monkeys that changed their size. Now tiny monkey skulls and giant monkey skulls are littered everywhere. And the only surviving monkeys are the ones that never changed their size. Chapter 14. Peace. This goes on to 76 after infection to 90 after infection. A year after the Giants' War ends, the skulls and bodies are cleared out. The city was particularly empty. as most buildings were either destroyed, damaged, or tilted over. In the war, many monkeys just went to the cloud town to survive, as going anywhere else than the city would mean being attacked by the infected monkeys. The population has grown more, and the monkeys have created sports to celebrate the era of peace. These sports are hockey, water soccer, and paintball. Chapter 15, Advancements. This goes on to 91 after infection, 100 infection. After infection, I guess. The monkeys are unable to explore anymore. The ocean is too vast. They never got back from explorers they sent into the ocean. And the crater walls are too high to climb. So they spend a few years creating an artificial environment that they can change on will. They do this by using a Tesla coil that harnesses Humbug's powers. It could be a tundra, a swamp, an ancient temple, basically anything else that's underground. Artificial environments is called rotation. However, the usage of the Tesla coil attracts Humbug. He is able to escape the miniature maze the monkeys trapped him in, and slowly makes his way to rotation. When he arrives, he is able to get some of his powers back from the Tesla coil, but he is noticed by the monkeys. The end. So that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you made it this far, comment monkey. And peace out. See you guys in another one.